This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition, as always. I do hope you're well. Now then, this guitar, you may remember this one, this is the Corsair guitar, which has had a few mods done to it. In one of the videos where I was talking about this, I mentioned that the chap that I bought it from, a chap in the Netherlands called Edwin, when he sent me the guitar, he also, just as a little gift, as a present, as you know, just out of the goodness of his heart, sent me a pedal. This is the Joyo Baatsin pedal. I think it's pronounced Baatsin, or is it Baatsin? I'm not sure. Baatsin, I'm going to call it. It's a little overdrive pedal. Well, it's a bit more than that, actually. It's 8 different overdrive pedals in one clever little box, and you select the different flavours of overdrive from this knob here. So let's take a listen to what those different sounds are that this pedal produces. Okay, let's take a quick look at the what the pedal does. We've basically got 3 controls across the top: volume, tone and gain. Self-explanatory really. This is your on-off switch, and this control here is the one which selects between the different flavours of overdrive. For all of these kind of little snippets I'm going to do here, I'm plugged into the clean-ish channel on the Thomas Blue Guitar Amp 1 Mercury Edition, which, if I just give you an idea of what that sounds like, I'm on the bridge humbucker on this guitar. That clean channel without the pedal on sounds like this. So it's to that sound that we're going to be applying all of the different overdrive flavours. Starting, well, we'll go clockwise around this control here. The first position is TOD, it's labelled as, which apparently is, you know, an emulation of the apparently famous, I say apparently famous because I've only just heard of it while researching this, but the apparently famous MXR Timmy overdrive, which if I kick that on, we get this kind of tone. Sound I'd happily use. Moving on to the next setting, this is called Sweetie, and apparently this is basically one of Joyo's own pedals, the Sweet Baby overdrive, which I know, well, now you know as much about that pedal as I do, but let's have a listen to what it does to the clean tone that we heard earlier. Slightly different flavour from the first one. One that, as I've been playing around with this pedal and just kind of getting to know what my settings are, what my favourite settings are, a sound that is becoming one of my favourites here is the B boost, which is just like a transparent kind of boost. So I'll tell you what, let's hear the clean tone again, and then I'll kick the boost in, and you hear it just gives you enough of a push over the edge for, you know, maybe a bluesy or classic rock solo. Yeah, that's probably a sound I'm going to find myself using quite a bit, I should imagine. Moving on to the next setting, T808. It's a tube screamer. What does that sound like? Well, it sounds like a tube screamer, very much like a tube screamer, in fact. Let's have a listen. Yeah, in the right place. I'm a big fan of the Tube Screamer, and it's nice to have that in there. Moving round to the next setting, this is Overdrive 1, which is apparently an emulation of a very famous Boss pedal, you know, the yellow one. Guess it'd be the OD1, wouldn't it? Let's hear that again through the same settings we've been hearing all the other drive sounds through. Sounds like this. Now, it's a lot of years since I've played through that particular Boss pedal, but that does kind of pretty much match my recollection of using one. It's just a different flavour of overdrive from the Tube Screamer kind of thing. It's not got the sort of mid-range punch, which is either a good thing or a bad thing, depending upon whether or not you like Tube Screamers or not. The next setting is labelled Crunchy, and this is where, you know, I've been when you're reading the manual for these kind of pedals, it's you're trying to unpick the cryptic clues to what sort of sound they're going for, but they can't use any other brand names that they don't own, you know. But you know, the sort of thing. But for my understanding of what they're trying to say, this is more of a kind of a Marshall in a box kind of sound, maybe a bit governorish. That's what they're shooting for. Let's see if they get anywhere close. Here we go. I think I can possibly hear that. It's a bit noisy, let's turn it off for a moment. I think I can possibly hear what they're driving at there. It does have possibly a whiff of JCM 800 about it. Moving on to the next one, Rioter. Apparently this is again sort of shooting for the sound of the Sir Riot pedal. Let's have a listen what this sounds like. Once again, same settings, and yeah, the pinched harmonics just seemed to, well, it started happening accidentally, and I sort of went with it. Yeah, possibly a little bit too high gain for me, but I can see how, you know, some people are going to absolutely love that tone. And finally, moving round to OC drive. Again, the manual isn't particularly clear on this, but from what I can gather, I think this is another Joyo pedal that they've kind of bundled in here, their OC drive pedal, and it sounds like this. Beefier than a mug of Bovril on a cold day, that one, isn't it? Yeah, so what I think I would probably use this pedal for is to, you know, find my favourite sound and then just sort of stick with that, but know that if I get bored with that, whatever that sounded, which I think is the B boost, I think that's the one that I would probably go for the most. Let's hear that one again, the B boost. This time I'm going to go through the vintage setting on the Blue Guitar Amp 1, which is a kind of a plexi sort of tone, and we'll hear that first of all without the pedal on. Let's go turn it around to the B boost. There it is. We'll hear that without the pedal on, and then we'll see what the pedal does to a kind of that boost function does to a plexi kind of tone. Here we go. Yeah, that's kind of my happy place, I think. I think that's how I would probably use this pedal, because what I can also do with that plexi kind of tone is just split the pickup on this guitar and roll the volume back, and I've got, you know, a usable clean tone. Or clean-ish, anyway. And then, you know, wind the volume up for crunch. And then hit the pedal for a big lead tone. So, as I say, a very versatile pedal. You know, you'll probably get one of these, find your favourite setting, leave it there, but then know that if you get bored with that and you want a different flavour of overdrive, you don't have to go out and buy a different pedal. It's already there in this little green box. So there you go. That's what the pedal does. So that's what the pedal does, and for about £50, which is what these go for brand new, I think that's a heck of a lot of pedal for your money. And you know, I mean, some of the sounds on here, that Boss OD1 kind of simulation, and the Tube Screamer, and that boost function, which I think is probably my favourite function on here. Yeah, I mean, just with those three sounds, you could pay £50 for a pedal that would do any one of those three, let alone all three, plus another £5 on top of it as well. Great little pedal, this, and I'm, you know, as I've mentioned before, my favourite overdrive at the moment is the new Ex-Horseman. But as I said in that little clip there, you know, it's all very well having your favourite sound, but it's nice to have, you know, some options as well, in case you, just in the track that you're doing, you might need a different flavour of sound. It just calls for something else, or maybe you just get a little bit restless and want to try something else. For £50, I don't think you can go wrong with this. A massive, massive thank you to Edwin for sending me this fantastic little pedal. It's going to find plenty of uses around here. And coming up on Sunday, I'm going to do a little demo of this pedal, not using all of the sounds in a track, but using my favourite ones, or favourite one perhaps, that boost function. I really do find that probably my favourite on the pedal. But anyway, I'm going to put 2 or 3 sounds from this pedal through its paces in a mix in Sunday's video, so you can check out what it sounds like, as I say, in context then. But that is very much the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it and found it useful and informative, and hopefully a little bit entertaining. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 p.m. UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars. What a great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.